Hi guys, welcome to Introduction to Programming. In this course we will talk about Java Basic and you learn about the programming languages. So let's start. What is a program? A program is a set of steps to achieve a goal. Like if we have to do certain things that might involve more than one steps to achieve it. So programs are similar thing. These are more than one steps to perform a certain task or to achieve certain goals. A computer program is a set of instructions to perform a task to achieve a goal. Similarly, in computer program, we write the code or the instructions to perform certain tasks. So let's have a look at the real examples. So how to quench your thirst? So how we fulfill our thirst? If I'm thirsty, like a thirsty crow, how would I fulfill that? So let's do step by step the task we need to perform. So maybe first I need to go to the kitchen. Then I have to fill a glass of water. Then I have to sit and then I have to drink the water. So that's how I satisfy my thirst, right? These are a couple of steps. Stand up, go, fill, sit and drink, right? So now there is another program, how to watch a TV channel, right? This is a second program in a real life. So how can we do it? Let's see. So if you pause this and write the step to watch a TV channel. Now, do it now. Okay, now let's do it together. So our goal is watch a TV channel. First, we'll plug the electric wire in the socket. We will press the power on button on remote control and this will turn on the TV and then we'll start watching the TV channel. So these are 4 steps to watch a TV channel, and this is a small program, and programming is all about solving the problems in a way that it achieves the goal with the small steps. So we looked at 2 examples, and it's not about learning the syntax, it is about solving the problems. Okay, we know that nothing is fixed. Programming is not learning things by heart. So it's not like you memorize it by heart something and you keep doing it. You have to change, you have to learn, you have to understand. When you don't know what it means, but you remember the steps, right? Like how to turn on the TV and all these things. So you might know like why we are doing this, but we are just doing because that's what works. That's not the case with the programming. In programming, you have to learn why you did certain steps and what happens if something miss. And it's all about problem solving. So let's say we run that program but TV didn't turn on. That was the problem. Oh god, whatever we were expecting was not a real case because there was a button with the socket to turn on and off. We missed that. So because some sockets have a power button as well, yeah, we agree. So we'll plug the electric wire in the socket. If there is a power button on the socket, we turn on the power button. Point remote towards TV, press turn on button on the remote and watch TV. So in the second attempt, we made an amendment. We can see here in blue, like we have to turn on the button. So that's how programs are, that's how situations are. So you might build a program for one person, but that may not fit for another person or another situation. So you have to make the modification in the program so that it fulfill the requirement. So here we made an amendment to the program. Now still there was a problem and our remote was not working. So when we pressed the turn on button, the remote was not working. So what can we do? The remote, if we look at the goal, that's watch a TV channel, we are still same goal. And then we plug the wire socket. If there's a power button on the socket, turn on the power button. Okay, if remote is not working. So now we are here adding an if condition, like if remote is not working, change cell. So that could be one possible solution, right? Then we change the cell, we point remote towards TV and press turn on button on the remote and watch the TV. Okay, so now we had a sub program in a main program where we were trying to watch the TV, but in the meantime we have to jump to another program which was change cell. So it's one task. Turn the remote, like flip the remote, open the battery box. If cells are already in there, then remove one cell and remove the other cell. So these are step-by-step guides. Open pack of new pair cell, put one cell, put another cell and close the battery box and confirm it's working. So that's how our program is in whole. So we basically get into a situation where the normal steps were not working, so we had to perform extra things in order to fulfill our requirement. So you can see here on this screen, this is a full program. So just pause your screen and look at these instructions. Okay, I hope it's clear now. So what is alternative? Could there be an alternative to a certain step? Yeah, beating it make it work again. So sometime we have an alternative. We just beat the remote on our hand in order to check if it's working, and in 70% cases it works. But if it doesn't work, we know that what alternative we can try. So we'll update our program so by smack remote. So the steps are same. Plug the electric wire if there is a power button on a socket, turn on the power button if remote is not working. So hit on your hand, hold in one hand, open palm of the other hand. So we can see here, so he's holding remote in one hand and then another hand as a open handed, and strike remote at open palm and then go to step 3. So it will from this step go back to step 3 and check if remote is working or not. So if it's still not working after doing this trick, so we will go to B section, which is change cell, and we know that there is a further couple of steps to change the cell. Now if that's done, then we point remote towards TV and then we press the button, okay, and turn on the TV and watch TV. Okay, so there are more than one way to achieve same goal using remote, using mobile voice operated devices. So we can turn on certain TV using a remote control, using a mobile if there is a software and it's a smart TV, and some TVs are operated with the voice. You just give the instruction. Okay, so this boy is still sad. He just changed the cell, he did all these steps, but still he can't see the Cartoon Network. That's really sad, and he's very angry and he's crying. Try again. So we write the steps, we hit them, we change the cell, we point the remote, and then In the last step, what we are doing is, while channel is not Cartoon Network, so we are now checking if the current channel which when we turned it on, it whatever is the channel, if it's not a Cartoon Network, then we press next on remote button and we wait for the channel change. So if the channel is changed, we go back to step 6, where it again check if it's a Cartoon Network. If it's not, then it will press again on the next button. So we keep pressing next until we reach the Cartoon Network. So it's kind of a loop. We are performing same steps again and again until we reach the required channel. And every time we perform step, we also validate the condition, we also check if we are there or not. So once we are on the Cartoon Network, then we start watching TV. Well done. So hello world, force a computer to say hello to you, like hello John or something. So we know that a program, this is a small program, and we know that there are instructions in a program to force a computer or to perform a task. So now I'm saying to the computer, hello world. But do you think in my language, I'm saying in English, computer can understand that? Like if I'm saying hello world, can a computer understand that? No. We might need to learn the language that computer can understand, or even an operating system can understand. So give an instruction to the computer, you need to know what language computer understand. Language, do you know what language is? So language is a common way of communication. If I ask you, Sanga chalde, kaifa haluka, wie geht's, how are you? So you may respond to the last one because you know this language. So I and you both know the same language, so that's why we can communicate with each other. But if I ask you Sanga chalde, this is a Pashto word which means how are you, or in kaifa haluk, the same thing. But you need to, these are 4 different languages. So we can only communicate, me and you or anybody else, if we know the common language, right? So similar is the case with the computer, we need to know the common language. So we'll stop here and we end this lecture at this point, and then we'll discuss later in the next step how to say hello world in a programming language, not an English language but a programming language, as computer understand programming languages. Thank you, take care, bye.